This narrative is a character string generated by an AI large language model statistically arranging words, and its truthfulness has not been verified. Such outputs without basis are called hallucinations. While confabulation more accurately reflects reality than hallucination, we follow convention. Therefore, the content described has no relation whatsoever to any real persons, organizations, nations, or events.
Operation Cover-Up. April 2026, Bogged Mountainous Region, northeastern Iran. A torn, massive wing pierced the valley of barren, continuous rocks. A special operations aircraft, the MC-130J. The Shadow transport, boasting state-of-the-art electronic warfare equipment, didn't just get bogged down in the mud. During its final approach to the extraction point, it took a direct hit from a MANPADS, Man-Portable Air Defense System, fired by lurking Iranian forces, slamming its colossal frame into the earth. The aircraft fell silent, and a night of despair began for the survivors. 1. A closed-room communication. Black smoke leaking from the burning engine was trying to suffocate those trapped inside the aircraft. Inside the cabin, Captain Miller, the F-15E pilot, who was supposed to have been rescued, and para-rescuemen, covered in blood from the impact of the crash, lay piled upon one another. What came over the tactical radio was not a message celebrating their survival. It was an ice-cold sentence from the Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC. This is Code Delta. Presidential Directive Iron Curtain has been activated. The status of Captain Miller and the rescue team is overridden from missing in action, MIA, to uncontacted. The team leader spat out blood-mixed saliva and yelled, "What are you talking about? We crashed, but we are still alive. The captain is safe too. Send a recovery team. The coordinates are..." Denied. Your aircraft has been shot down. This confirms the fact that our stealth navigation has been breached by the enemy's air defense network. Any further survivor recovery has been deemed an unacceptable risk, both politically and militarily. The site is to be physically wiped out, hard cleared. 2. Heartless calculations. For the White House and the Pentagon, reality was far too ruthless. The proud, invincible F-15E had been shot down. The elite unit and the MC-130J that went to its rescue were also clumsily shot down by the enemy's outdated missiles. If this failure were reported as fact, the trust of allied nations would plummet and the administration would collapse. If so, it would serve national interests better to erase everything in an explosion of flames and graft a convenient, heroic tale onto it later. "Captain Miller, I'm sorry." The team leader looked at the pilot, whose eyes were vacant. Miller leaned against the crushed fuselage wall and offered a weak smile. "I know. If we make it back alive, this failure will be proven. It means we have to die and become a legend." 3. Incineration. A few minutes later, tearing through the pitch-black sky, a precision-guided bomb was released from a B-21 stealth bomber 10,000 meters above. "Brace for impact!" What the team leaders sought in the end was not death at the hands of the enemy, but a moment of mercy from the munitions of his own homeland. The fuselage of the MC-130J, triggered by its built-in self-destruct device and the immense heat of the raining bombs, turned into a massive mass of white light. The state-of-the-art aircraft and the lives breathing within it returned to mere melted metal and ash. 4. A fabricated return. The next morning in Washington, the president stepped up to the podium with a powerful stride and proudly declared to the nation, "Thanks to the courageous actions of our military, the pilot has been safely rescued. He is currently recuperating in a secure location. The aircraft, which became inoperable due to enemy fire during the operation, was proudly disposed of to maintain secrecy, under the noble mission of protecting our nation's top secrets. America leaves no soldier behind. Even if that soldier turns to ash, we will never abandon them. This is our nation's unyielding promise and eternal pride. Amped-up applause and cheers filled the venue at the White House, and screens across America boiled over with the lingering taste of victory. Meanwhile, left behind at the bottom of the valley in Iran were only unnaturally melted lumps of metal and ash that could not be identified to belonging to anyone. And inside the melting aircraft, Captain Miller whispered softly at the very end, "Mom, I'm sorry. In the end, I wasn't a hero, just convenient ashes." This is the true cover-up buried behind the scenes of history.